What is up everyone, Granolas here with another North Tower Defense video. This video is going to be guide number 4 part 2, which means we're going to talk about gems. We're going to talk about where to spend those gems in order to make as much progress as possible, as quickly as possible, in order to get your power up. So as you probably saw in the previous video, you already know that gems are really easy resource to get and they're super important for your progress over here in this game. So if you're a new player, I highly recommend you to focus over two main things. You go to the island, click on shop, and over here, you're gonna look for hero shards. Hero shards are where you're gonna unlock your heroes. We have 5 of them, and that's your way to get your heroes, and that's gonna help you boost your power super quickly. It's super important for you to actually save gems in order to buy those shards every single day, because it's gonna refresh for you. They're going to be over the limited time items and also the black market. And also another thing you're looking over here in the shop will be the ship shards. Now those ship shards are actually for the Wharf. Over here we have 9 ships in total. 3 of them are actually from the campaign. Another 3 are from the ship shards. And the rest, the 7th, 8th and also the 9th ship is through paying money. One of them is from VIP level 5, the second one is from VIP level 10, and the third one is through some kind of a pack I'm not familiar with, but if you want to pay for it, do so. It really helps you get more and more runes, which actually help you make progress and get resources quicker. So after saying that, what you should actually focus on is go to the league, and over here we have the sign-ins. Now, I'm gonna talk about the balance between the amount of gems you're actually getting every single day, which means the amount of gems that you're actually generating from what you saw probably in the previous video, and the amount of gems you're actually spending every single day. So everything that I'm going to talk about is really depends on this balance. For example, over here, what I highly recommend you to do is actually do all 3 of them. But if you're short in gems, what you should actually focus on is over the common sign-in and also the middle sign-in, since it's the best value gems for rewards that you can have. Now, if you do have enough, I highly recommend you to actually save your gems in order to actually pay for the advance. And the reason for that, you want to get as many coins as possible for the shop and also training camp points. These 2 things will help you boost your power super quickly, as I talked about in my previous videos. As you can see over the top left, and also buy more astrology items. And over here in the training camp, you actually boost your troops and more items. So this is why we're gonna use the sign-in. It also helps your league to make progress. As you see over here in Eternals, we're already in the top 10, and we finished last war in the 8th place, which is insane for me. And over here in this war, we're actually having a hard time. We are facing 2 strong leagues at the moment, which we need to make progress and actually push. So over here in the war, what I recommend you all to do is actually pay everything you can to make more attacks. The reason for that, it helps you get more and more resources. As you can see over here, we are generating correctly 96 gems per 4 hours, and it can be more. It really depends on the leagues you are facing. Since we're facing really hard leagues, it's super hard for us to actually make this progress, but it's super important for you guys to actually do so. And the reason for that is, if you're gonna look for the enemy, as you can see over here, if you're gonna push it and actually win, you're gonna get more coins, more points, and more coins and more points, and also more rubies. It really helps. So actually use your gems. It really depends on the VIP level you're at the moment. So do make the progress and actually pay those gems. Now we have 2 different things to actually look at. It's going to be the events and also the palace. We're talking right now about the midterm gameplay. Until now it was like early game and for you guys to start. So over here we do have the palace, and also we have the events place. So over here in the palace, what I recommend you to actually do is don't waste your gems to do the speed ups. It really depends on the amount of gems you're having and the amount of gems you're generating. As we talked about earlier, the balance. And over here in the events, we'll talk about the plunder. So we have 3 plunders, and it really depends on what difficulty you're standing at the moment. For me, I'm facing right now Nightmare with 2 stars, which is the highest level. And over here, I'm able to get 23k gold every attack. This is why, for me, I'm wasting the gems for it, because it gives me a lot of value compared to the gems that I'm wasting for it. As you can see over here, for the shard plunder, I'm not wasting my gems for it because I don't have enough gems to generate for it. Over the rune plunder, to be honest, I'm not doing it because I'm able to have enough through the alchemy shop. But if it was the advanced rune plunder, like advanced tower, then I would have actually used the gems to actually get it. But at the moment, I'm not gonna wait for it. So do your math, do your calculations, and actually think if it's worth it or not. You always have the island shop over here. As you can see, we have 20k gold, for example, for 160. And if you look over here for my plunder, you'll actually do the math and get to know that I'm paying, I think, 120 for 2 times the amount of the gold in the shop. So this is why I'm using the plunder. Over here in the portal of the impasse, you have the claim, as you can see over here in the top, in the bottom right. So I'm actually wasting 200 gems every single day, and sometimes I also use the 500, and the reason for that is I'm able to get more and more wood and stones for my progress over the highland, and it really depends on the amount of gems that I'm having correctly. This is why it's super important to actually redeem the redemption codes and actually pay attention for more and more gems that you can get. Over here in the arena, I'm not using gems in order to make progress, and the reason for that is, as you can see over here, people attack me every time, and also I attack back, and I don't feel like pushing the campaign in the PvP at the moment. I'm more of facing the campaign, so I'm not actually using gems for it. Over the world boss, so over here it really depends on the rank you're standing. Currently I'm in position 269, sorry, and if I'll make another attack, I need to do the calculations, but I don't think that I'll go for a higher rank, as you can see over here. So I'm not gonna waste gems in order to push forward, but it really depends on the damage you're actually dealing compared to what the rewards you're gonna get at the end. So after finishing the events, we have 2 more types of places to waste your gems at. It's gonna be the Asgard portal, which is over here, and also we have the armory. Now, in both places, for me, as some kind of a mid-game player, I actually want to focus more over the Asgard portal. I'm gonna waste my gems in order to get more keys from the shop, since it's got better value, rather than going to the Asgard portal itself and pay 3k. And the reason for that, you're actually getting more and more runes and more things to actually make progress for your gameplay at that time through the island, etc. So this is why I'm gonna focus more in the Asgard portal rather than the armory. Over here in the armory, as you can see, I'm not pushing that much. What you actually have to focus is actually the magic altar. Make sure to level up the top part. As you can see over here, it's gonna cost you lots of gems in order to get as many potions as possible. As you can see over here, it's called Arcane Test. So do level up the top one. The bottom one isn't that of a must, but I do recommend you to level it up a bit in order to raise your bank limitation. And over here in the forge or somewhere else, you can actually buy it more and more plates or whatever it's called, but I highly recommend you to actually buy it over here. It's cheaper and it's worth it. Now you can also use your gems, but this is for way late game players to actually enhance it. As you can see over here, enchant it, and over here you can actually lock this kind of skill and actually change it. It's really important for you to do so if you find something good to use. So do your calculations where you're standing correctly, where it's good for you to waste your gems at, because if you're an early game player, armory won't do so good for you. It's gonna take you lots and lots of resources in order to get good things. instead of, getting more towers, more runes, make more progress than someone that's already finished it. So this is it for today, guys. Hope you all enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for listening, and stay tuned for more info. Bye.